Well, good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the travel professional community and homebased welcome to this wonderful webinar featuring the Travel Society, a Virtuoso host agency for luxury and mid-tier advisors. My name is Sandy Elson. My name is familiar to many of you. It's probably from our Tuesday afternoon live chats that I run. We're very excited to have all of you here. Travel Society has been very supportive of the travel professional community, homebasedtravelagent.com, and travel agents, and we appreciate the time they are taking today to participate in this webinar. Before we get started, a couple of things you should know. Housekeeping items, you are all muted, so you will be able to hear us, but we won't be able to hear you. We do this to cut down on background noise that can be distracting. We do, however, welcome your questions. If you look on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see a panel, and there's a blue bar there that says questions. If you click on the little triangle, that question template will expand, and you can type your questions in there. We welcome questions. At the very end of the webinar, after the presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. Our speakers today from the Travel Society are Dan Schibler and Kevin Fonger. Dan Schibler has 30 years in the travel industry, both on the vendor side and the agency side. In his current role, Dan is the Vice President of Business Development at the Travel Society and has been with the company for over 6 years. His main focus is to help independent travel professionals realize their full potential. Kevin Fonger has 11 years of experience in marketing, 6 years running his own online marketing business, and 1.5 years in the travel industry. Kevin is in charge of marketing at the Travel Society and brings a fresh perspective to marketing travel through digital marketing, website development, and helping travel advisors implement new marketing strategies. Please note that due to Virtuoso agency agreements, this webinar is not intended for travel advisors currently with other Virtuoso agencies. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dan and Kevin so they can get started. I'll be back a few minutes before the end of our time to ask Dan and Kevin your questions. Dan and Kevin, welcome.
Right. Thank you very much, Sandy. Appreciate it, and thanks to all of you for joining us today. We know you're busy, and we like to keep this brief so you can get back to doing what you like to do best. So appreciate you taking the time to join us today. The Travel Society, just a little background on where we started. We were founded in 1986. We were one of the first true host agencies, maybe even the first, headquartered in the Mile High City here in Denver. We are, as Sandy said, a Virtuoso agency, and we currently have 150 independent travel advisors that are members of the Travel Society. So we feel we are right in that right size. We're not too small that we don't have volume agreements, and not too big that we don't know everybody by name. So we're just the right size. So our operating principles, the pillars that we work on, are independence. As we said, we are only a host agency. All of our independent contractors, 100% of them, are independent. There are no employees of the Travel Society that sell travel. So our focus is 100% on the independent contractor. With the Travel Society, you are allowed to keep your own identity. Your business name is something that you've worked for, you've worked hard on, and you're allowed to keep that identity, or you can certainly operate under the Travel Society name if that's your preference as well. You're also allowed to choose whatever vendors that you'd like to work with. We'll talk a little bit later about some preferred programs that we have, but you're allowed to choose whoever you'd like to work with. Obviously, with preferred vendors, they're going to give you a little bit more, obviously, in efforts to attract you to their product, and that's great. We work with those products. And community is another important piece of the Travel Society. We hold monthly conference calls, which webinar format to roll out maybe new preferred programs that we have with suppliers. It's also interactive, so if you have a question or a concern, you're able to participate in the call and bring that question or concern to the Travel Society. We also have a private message board internally, which allows you to share experiences, to gain experience, to post a question if there's a particular product that you're not familiar with or a destination. It is a private board. All of your peers at the Travel Society are very seasoned agents with a lot of experience, so it's a great learning platform and a great platform to meet some other fine travel advisors. And then we host a Society Summit, which we just held a couple of weekends ago here in Denver. We bring our independents in from across the country with all our locals as well, and do a travel mart, vendor travel mart. This year we had 75 vendors that were here just for the Travel Society to meet one-on-one with our independent travel advisors. And we use the Virtuoso format, if you're familiar with that, 4-minute appointments where the vendor sits down and presents for 4 minutes and then moves on to the next table of agents. And it's a great way to learn about new suppliers, to hook up with supplier reps that you've talked to throughout the year but maybe have never met face-to-face. And finally, under support, in all aspects of your travel business, we have a great accounting department, very well respected. Billing, we support. Marketing, Kevin's going to talk to you a little bit more about marketing in a few moments. And then our technical support, IT support, we provide as well. So a big piece of belonging to the Travel Society is working with Virtuoso and our affiliation with them. We've been with Virtuoso for about 15 years now. Great consortium that, that alone attracts agents that are not Virtuoso to join the Travel Society just to have access to their great product. One of the main things that they provide is client value add amenities. That is where, for example, a resort may provide breakfast for 2 daily for the entire stay, a spa treatment, an upgrade at time of booking, things that you are not able to get without the Virtuoso membership. They have amazing direct and email marketing, most of which is at no charge to you. They have an amazing air program with, I think, over 65 carriers right now, international, with some great commission programs. They're open 24/7. They can make a booking for you if you're non-GDS. And they also have an online booking tool if you prefer to do it online yourself. They provide education, various webinars, either Virtuoso or through Virtuoso suppliers, just never-ending education opportunities, regional meetings that you're free to attend. And then they have a huge event in Vegas in August, which is a Virtuoso Travel Week, which has some great training for the first few days, great networking with other advisors across the system, and in meeting face-to-face with hundreds of Virtuoso suppliers. So it's a can't-miss event if you're looking to book in the luxury market. And then the brand reputation. Virtuoso is, I think, the top of the heap when it comes to consortiums and the product that they that they provide. And like I said, we do get a lot of folks that are interested in joining the Travel Society just for that Virtuoso affiliation. So then the other services, marketing, tech support, accounting, and vendor management, we'll kind of just go through quickly through each of those. And for marketing, I will turn it over to Kevin Fonger, who will share what he helps our membership with. Kevin?
Thanks, Dan. With marketing changing so quickly these days, I feel like things are changing every hour, and so being a travel advisor, I find that it's hard for many travel advisors to stay up to date with with everything that's changing. So having a dedicated person on staff to be able to keep up with those changes, keep up with those trends, understanding all the new technologies, whether it's social media or email marketing, is really helpful, I think, and our travel advisors see a true value in that. And so, my background has been online marketing for the past 6 years, and before that, it's been more traditional marketing. And so that's, I think that the travel advisors really see that as a value. Some of the things that I can help with our marketing strategies. So whether you have a plan in place or not, I can help you develop it, or I can help you evaluate your current plan. Same thing with a business plan. So if you haven't developed a business plan before and want to get a true understanding of your business model and how it works, or if you're looking to grow your business model, that's something that we can help with. Email guidance, that's something, email communication is really big these days, and so it's a really quick way to get in touch with your customers or potential new customers, and so I'm very familiar and well versed in that arena. And then website assistance, if you don't have a web presence, it's very hard to market yourself these days. And so one of the things that we do is, we're currently building out a new consumer-based website where all of the travel advisors or all of our travel advisor profiles will be listed there. But I can also help you out with developing a new website. So it's not something where I'm going to be doing all the work for you, but I can definitely point you in the right direction of what to do, because I know that sometimes that's a big obstacle for many people to overcome. And then social media, it's the big buzzword in marketing, for the last few years has been social media, and you have to get on social media, and that's what everybody is saying. And so I'm very well versed in that area, and I think that it, for some people it works, and then for others, they don't always need it. So if you are looking to grow your business and grow your social media footprint, that is something that we can help with. And then last, we have lead generations that come in, and so that comes in through our website, that comes in through some of our partners. Some of our partners provide free advertising and co-op advertising, and so whether it's a radio advertisement or print advertisement or email marketing, that's something that our travel agents are able to take advantage of as well. So that's in a nutshell, that's kind of some of the services that our marketing department can help you guys out with.
Great, thank you, Kevin. And then moving on to tech support. 24/7 support pretty much in all aspects. Personal computer assistance. We have an 800 number company we use that can help with everything from resetting passwords to hooking up email accounts on your smartphone. And then 24/7 GDS support primarily for Apollo, some Sabre. 24/7 client support for your clients through Thor 24, where your clients can call in at any time on any PNR booked reservation and get assistance that way as well. Our accounting department, where everybody knows your name. You do get assigned an individual rep in accounting. Each advisor is assigned to one. Commissions are paid every 2 weeks, every other Thursday. The staff there is combined 60 years of experience, and they get great notes and highly rated on our satisfaction survey for being accurate and personable. And if you fail to invoice a transaction, for example, our accounting reps will oftentimes know your client's name, even your name and your client's name. And if you fail to invoice something, they'll reach out and ask you if you process the transaction for that particular party before they put it on the unclaimed commission website, which we post for 3 months as well. So even if you fail to invoice something, you can still go on our online system and claim it off of our unclaimed commission board. So great department, gets high marks everywhere. And then back to vendor management. You can see we have a plethora of preferred vendors that we work with, and Marriott, Stars through Ritz, A&K 100 Club, Starwood Luxury Privileges, new program, Four Seasons Preferred, Hertz, Funjet 500, Apple Platinum, Rosewood Elite, Orient Express Bellini, all great programs that we offer full access to you to participate in the amenities that they provide. And then in addition to that, we do provide exclusive educational webinars from the suppliers that are for the Travel Society only, especially if they're running an incentive that applies to Travel Society independent agents only. They can kick off that program through a webinar, And we just finished a great one with Orient Express here a few weeks ago. Our vendors are also very conscious about cross-territorial support, meaning if you're an agent in Los Angeles, for example, and you're working through a Denver host agency, obviously the rep that calls on the Travel Society is calling on the headquarters office of the Travel Society, which may not be the same rep in California. So we work really closely with them, and they support us wonderfully in allowing that local travel advisor in Los Angeles to participate in an event in Los Angeles for that particular vendor, even though that agent is not in the rep's revenue territory. So it's great. It allows you to not feel like you're separate and out there alone. That you're actually part of a great network. And again, you can see all the preferred suppliers that are there, but you have the ultimate ability to choose whichever vendor that you wish to work with. So there's freedom there. And then working with the Travel Society, what's our culture like? We hear a lot from folks coming in that we are just easy to work with, and I think we have a down-home feel with global access, I guess is probably the best way to put it. You're allowed to run your business the way you want to run it. We provide immense support for you when you need it, but if you don't, we'll certainly leave you alone. No long-term contracts. We feel that you will be happy here. If you're not, there's no reason for us to make you stay. So we do a 1-year annual automatic renewal contract. However, it does have a 30-day out clause for any reason, either party. So so you can join knowing you're not signing your life away. But we do talk a lot before that happens to make sure that we're a good fit for you. So so by the time that the contract happens, everybody's in a real good place. So and then of course the agent, the advisor that works best with the Travel Society, where our program really excels, is for advisors that are selling over $200,000 in annual sales. So that is basically kind of how it works coming on board with us. And so then to get in a little more detail on what those pricing plans look like. So we have 2 plans. We have a gold plan and an elite plan. The gold plan is the commission split plan, which both of our programs, the gold and elite, on air commissions, so any air ticket issued through the Travel Society's ARC number, for international where there's a commission paid, even on the commission split program, we pay the air commission at 100%. Service fees, any service fee you collect for air ticket or for any other consultation fee, paid at 100%. We don't take a split on that either, so same with both programs. When you get to the cruise, tour, hotel, car, and travel insurance, of course, the gold plan with the commission split pays 80%, and of course, the elite plan is flat. This is where the flat kicks in, and you get 100% of all commissions on the flat fee elite plan. Both plans have a nominal ticket fee, which is $6, and that's for tickets issued through the Travel Society under the Travel Society's ARC number. With the gold plan, there is a monthly fee, which is $300, but it is waived for agents booking over $200,000 in annual sales. And then subcontractors on the gold plan, you are allowed to have 2 subcontractors. No additional monthly fee, because whatever they're booking obviously falls under the commission split, so the Travel Society earns our income through that process. So, and then back over on the elite plan, that has a monthly fee of $535. It's never higher than $535, plus any $6 ticketing fees, but it's always a flat fee. Subcontractors allowed there as well, 2 at $250 each. Since it's flat, we're not earning a commission split there, so that's how the subcontractor process works with the elite plan. So which one looks good for you? If you are in the $200,000 to $500,000 range in annual sales, the gold plan is probably going to be a better way for you to go and do the variable commission split. And if you are doing $500,000 plus, Definitely the elite plan, you're capping out at 535 plus some ticket fees. And if you're doing 2 million, you're still at 535. So it's a way to also recognize the, the extremely high producer who also wants to keep as much of that income as possible. And our elite plan will allow that to happen. So the more you make, the more you keep. So those are our simple plans. So with that, I'm putting up my contact information here with email address and phone number. If you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out. You can also go on our website and fill out a brief form, and that will initiate an email to me as well, and I can reach out that way. If you just aren't able to write this information down right at the moment, you can go to travelsociety.com as well. So with that, I thank all of you for participating today and look forward to answering any questions that you have.
Thank you so much for that fantastic presentation, Dan and Kevin. I really enjoyed it. It sounds like the Travel Society is doing a great job with education and support. I particularly like that with either of your two plans, you don't split the service fee or the airline. So um, that was a wonderful presentation.
Great,
Thank
thank you.
you. We do have some questions that came up. Connie would like to know more about lead generation.
So under the lead generation program, I guess it depends on, what your particular question is on lead generation. But our lead generation program, we basically we run think of like a baseball game, and so a batting order. So each agent signs up that who wishes to take a lead, and so they go through an order. So once your name reaches the top of the list, then you're able to capture that next lead that comes in. Once you take that lead, then you go to the bottom of the list, and then you work your way back up.
And the list is also categorized by advisor specialty as well. So you let us know what type of lead that you are looking to receive, what your specialties are basically, and we align that lead through our database with with the next agent that is skilled in that particular destination or product.
Fantastic, thank you. Kathy wants to know if you support WorldSpan, and I'll add, what if agents don't work on a GDS system at all?
Good question. Our primary GDS system is Apollo. We do have Sabre as a secondary system. WorldSpan we currently don't have. However, if you are savvy GDS, Apollo does have an application that will allow you to type WorldSpan or Sabre entries into the system, and it converts it automatically to Apollo. It's a new product that they've come out with in the last year. So that's kind of a way to convert. We obviously it's much more comfortable if you can work on the native Apollo system. So the SmartPoint app that converts the entries, we would definitely suggest that be a transitional tool and not something to replace it forever. If without any GDS skill, we do have a proprietary online booking tool system that books air, hotel, and car, and it looks like Orbitz, I guess, is the best way to explain it. It's very you log in online. It's a web-based portal, but the tickets are issued through the Travel Society. It's not outsourced ticketing. It's actually in-house ticketing, so that the Travel Society maintains control over that booking for the entire process. You can use it for air alone. You can use it for hotel alone or car alone, it's a great tool. It allows you to book those domestic tickets that maybe you were farming out before, or having your client go directly to the airline, or you were going on United.com to book it. You're able to process those bookings internally now and package that in with with your whole package that you're putting together with hotel and car.
Well, that sounds like a great tool. A couple of more questions. Good Run would like to know if client ease data can be transferred to client base without having to do it manually. Is there a migration tool that you have available?
Um, I'm not sure on that question, so we will take that down and follow up.
Okay, excellent. Jonathan wants to know about how many agents do you host right now? And I would like to ask, in addition to that question, do you host brand new agents who are new to the industry?
Okay, so currently, good questions. Currently, we have 150 independent agents that work under the Travel Society umbrella. We are our system works best with agents that do have a few years of experience, and more importantly than anything is really a client base that you're currently working with or have access to, that within a year or two that your business is rolling along at full capacity. So, and our fee is structured that if you're selling over 200,000 annually, that there is no monthly fee for agents producing that volume. So the cost can get a little prohibitive below if the production's not there. That's not where our program works best.
Okay. Nancy would like to know if you can give us a range of commissions from preferred suppliers. About what are we looking at?
Typically, in the cruise and tour is kind of where all of the heightened commission levels are. They can range. 10 is base for any product, and then it goes up from there. So we do have several suppliers that we are 14, 15, 16% on them. Insurance suppliers are usually double that. Cars and hotels pretty much have their standard commission levels at 5 or 10%. We do have higher commission levels with some hotel properties through the preferred programs as well, which we could certainly share in future discussions.
Okay.
But that should give you a good ballpark of where everything's at.
Excellent. A couple of last questions. Gudrun wants to know if they have a true code, do you continue using that, or do you use Travel Society's credentials?
Yeah, part of the benefit of aligning with a host agency is taking advantage of all of the IATA numbers, ARC numbers, CLIA numbers that the host agency uses, because that's where the volume exists belonging to that number. And for identity purposes, IATA requires that you earn $5,000 and then you're eligible for the IATAN card. So as soon as we have direct deposited $5,000 of income into your account, you're eligible for an IATAN card. So I guess that all can replace any other form of identification.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And final question, what's the best way to follow up if someone is interested in learning more about the Travel Society?
Definitely get in touch with me. I would love to chat. My email address, dan.s@travelsociety.com, or 303-563-6258. And give me a call directly, and we can pursue further. Would love to hear from you.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you so much, both Dan Schibler and Kevin Fonger from the Travel Society, for this wonderful presentation today. This presentation is being recorded and will be available on the travel professional community for everyone to go and listen to all this terrific information again and see the slides. And thank you very much to all the travel agents on this call, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.